Hola, ¿cómo estás?
No sprechen Sie Spanish.
Oh. God damn it. All right. We don't have Zane this time.
What'd you say?
We don't have Zane this time.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing.
Yes. So
you're just stuck with us two this
yeah,
time.
You're just stuck with us two this time. The least funny.
Yeah.
All right. Which since we're down one person, we're not going to be continuing with the Why Fear Me, I'm Only an Elf story. Instead, we're going to be doing a Neckbeard story. This one.
I was going to say, oh no, we're not continuing with Shrek this time around. I'm very disappointed. I'm not.
That's why. It's because his username isn't UberAwesome, it's UberAwesone. God damn it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now.
Yeah. But this is a classic one that's been around since r/Neckbeard stories was a thing.
I don't know if we've either read this or I've heard it somewhere before. I don't think we've read this.
We haven't read it. I can tell you that right now. We have not read this one. This is one that I wanted us to read, and then r/Neckbeard stories went down. But it's now up on r/Tales of Neckbeards.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an explanation for how it got up here at the beginning that we're going to skip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But also, UberAwesone, I don't know if you're listening, but looking through your post, you doing okay, man? I mean, I don't want to pry, but I mean, you know. Anyway. So I recently moved into a new house and have some pretty cool neighbors. Well, except for one. This is a collection of incidents.
Your stars. UA.
Unearthed Arcana.
Yes. Your biased narrator, 6'2", 16 years old at the time, white as snow, glasses kind of thin. Apparently a Chad and a fake metalhead by Beardcel standards. Okay.
Well, I'd make a joke about the fact that for a few days, like earlier this week, I was going around in a Slipknot t-shirt despite not actually listening to much Slipknot.
Well,
like at all.
Dang it, Llytic, you're a fake metalhead. How dare you?
Oh no, how could I? I'll just go back to my Australian prog rock. Oh god.
That was good.
Beardcel, my runt of a neighbor, roughly 5'5". Oh boy. Fat AF started growing a wispy little pedo stash at the age of 14. Not gonna lie, this annoyed me because I can't grow facial hair at all. You know, I'm really lucky that the facial hair I have right now kind of looks like for the most part just looks natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not full, it's not filled in, but at least it looks like it belongs.
Yeah, it doesn't look like just something. It doesn't look like you're trying to do something that you can't do. It fits.
Really nasally voice, slight lips. I'm guessing lisp. Unless this man just has really thin lips. Like, disconcertingly thin lips. Either one is a possibility.
Yeah, true.
Constantly trying to keep me away from his sister, even as friends.
Bat villain, Beardcel's older sister, 17 years old, 6'1", and honestly kind of hot. Like, I'm surprised that she's related to him at all. Named as such because her dad named her after one of Batman's rogues. There are a few options here.
Yes. Selena?
I was thinking either Selena, Ivy could be one.
Well, that's is Ivy Poison Ivy's actual name or
I'm pretty
simply her villain
sure.
name?
Let me double check.
Speaking of which, I actually did watch the first episode of the Harley Quinn series.
Is it good?
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Okay. No, her name is Pamela Lillian Isley. So
Pamela.
maybe it's Pamela. I don't know.
I would really throw people for a loop. Actually, just straight up turns out that her name is Joker. Scarecrow. For some reason, this lady is named Ichabod.
That'd be funny, but I don't know.
Sunday. To start with, on my first day at the new place, my parents had gone out to get light bulbs. How many people did it take to change them?
3.
And my brother was asleep in his room, so I figured I'd introduce myself to the new neighbors because they looked around my age, and I like making friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't relate to this because I think I only really talk to any of the neighbors whenever I'm playing with the neighbor's chihuahua. And even then, I'm not really paying attention to the neighbors, just their dog.
It's not their fault. Their dog's much more interesting.
I mean, he comes into the yard, just starts barking at everyone. I'm like, of course I'm going to come down. Of course I'm going to, like, crouch down and start petting him.
Is that what he wants? Just to be
petted? I mean, like, he lets me.
Does he stop barking whenever you pet him?
I mean, he stopped barking at me. Like, he'll basically just, like, run up to me. And then
that's cute.
Yeah, the last time I literally just picked him up and carried him back to their yard.
You don't belong here. Carries him back.
Bolted into our yard. Our yard. I was like, okay. You're going back over here. Anyway. Right off the bat, something about this right off the bat, something about this kid wasn't sitting right with me. He was wearing really baggy black cargo shorts.
I'm okay. Black cargo shorts. That's something. I have black cargo pants, but not shorts. That's just
but also the baggy thing. Baggy shorts do not look good.
I do like having shorts that go down to like right below my knee, but like not like super baggy, you know?
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between like loose fit and baggy.
Yeah.
Like baggy is just not flattering. And I say this being a very long man who can only get shirts long enough for his body with them being baggy. But this is the struggles of being someone who is both tall and thin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, baggy is not flattering. Like, regardless of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And a black Death Note tee that hugs his sides a little too tightly.
Ew.
You could actually see his fat rolls folding in. Okay, yeah, that's too tight.
Ew.
It shouldn't look like you're eating, like your body is eating your shirt. Leave that for poorly drawn anime. Seriously, how the fuck does that shit work?
Same way anything else in anime works, I guess.
Fetishes?
Maybe? I don't know.
He was also wearing fingerless gloves with skeleton hands on the back.
Oh, I hate this guy already.
I haven't seen those like above a size small.
Yeah, what's your point?
Ones with fingers, anyway. Like I've yet to see any skeleton gloves that aren't child size.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that so either he got some child size skeleton gloves and cut the fingers off.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Or, I don't know. No fedora, though, but if Reddit has taught me anything, it's not the fedora on the outside. It's the fedora on the inside that counts. They're fedora, if you will.
But yeah, that was a good pun.
Yes.
Eh. Snaps because I don't feel like clapping.
I mean, it does take less effort, and it is less aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I feel less like you're about to slap me.
Now I can't help but think of like that one scene in Evangelion. I don't know if it's like the last episode of the TV show where everyone's just clapping and they're saying congratulations over.
I mean, now I'm just thinking about Birdemic. With the scene in the office where they're like congratulating the main character on how many sales he's done. And they literally basically they shot the scene from like 3 different angles. But instead of like lining them up, they just had it to where the same shot. I mean, like the same, like apparently all 3 were shot at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And so it's literally one right after the other. And so literally like the clapping starts up, dies down. Like next count, clapping starts up, dies down. Clapping starts up, dies down.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, I feel uncomfortable. He's out on his front porch looking through some card binder. You see, this is why I don't take mine outside. Actually, I don't know why I have all mine in a big binder. All my magic cards in a big binder.
Easier to keep track of. I guess I know I don't have mine in a binder, and I kind of wish I did sometimes.
Because I don't have the cards I need for that commander deck I want to build. She will have her day.
Yes, the Scuttlegator commander deck.
Scuttlegator's goddamn peach. Motherfucker's is adorable.
Have you ever seen like a foil of it or anything like that?
I have not seen a foil of it, but I kid you not, I have a foil of the Theros Badger.
Oh, I mean, that's awesome. So
it's a 1/1. I don't think it has any abilities. And it's a foil. And I don't know why.
I mean, I have a couple foil lands somewhere, but like,
Yes, but at least those are typically like a big artwork thing. It's literally just an angry badger.
I mean, I want a foil of an angry badger. That'd be a lot of fun.
It is the weirdest shit. Hey, I said, blissfully unaware of what I was stepping into. He hadn't cleaned up after his dog.
Ew.
His first words, that's something normal like hi or yo, but he says, huh, I bet I know more about that band than you do. I was wearing a Slipknot. God damn it. I forgot that.
Yep.
If you want to breathe my sulfur. I don't know if you looked at that one.
No.
I know Ichi-chan did. Ichi-tan did.
Ichi-chan.
Tan, not Chan. Oh, God. No, we went next level weeb because I used the one that you're supposed to use for things you find adorable.
I mean, if it works, it works, so.
But yeah, it was that mashup of Wannabe by Spice Girls and Sulfur by Slipknot.
I think I did watch that, actually. You put that in the chat at some point in time, and I was like, what is this?
It's amazing. It's a close second for X gonna give it to you, maybe. I'm not lying. And I don't say that lightly. I do not say that lightly. Which that person also recently did one of a combination of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You and Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People.
Huh. That would be an interesting mashup, to be sure.
It's also pretty good. Granted, like I'm pretty sure that like Slipknot is intentionally absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think they take the whole thing seriously.
Probably not.
Like I'm not saying it's quite like a Beastie Boys level to where the entire thing is actually a joke and no one got it, but like I'm pretty sure that there is at least some satire to Slipknot. Their lyrics are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, literally, People Equal Shit just has a moment where he yells out Satan. by itself.
Yeah. Nope, you're probably right on that one. I don't listen to Slipknot, so I don't know.
That feels like something that someone who's taken the piss would do.
Yeah.
And it sounds even funnier when Richard Cheese did it. Satan.
It's pronounced Satine.
Thanks, Satan. And his breath. Oh my fucking god, his breath. Smelled like he ate onions and Dorito dust for breakfast.
Ew.
I mean, I would do one of those, but that's just because those taste good. I'm talking about the onions.
I was about to say onions or Doritos.
No, I'd eat an onion like an apple. The whole thing is I'd brush my teeth afterwards.
Yeah, might be a good thing. Make sure it's not too terribly strong, because onions are, well, they'll stick with you for a bit.
Oh yeah, good onion clears out your sinuses as soon as you bite into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of the things. There was when I lived in another part of Texas, there was a church that we'd walk to. It was about a 5-minute walk from our house, but there was like a little creek that ran next to it. And in the summertime, wild onions would actually grow there. And like, I'm talking like wild, like green onions, like spring onions, you know? Yeah. And I would usually pick a few of them, and I'd have them with food, and they were really good. But good Lord, I swear I could still taste them the next morning after I had them the other day, even with brushing my teeth.
I will say, like, I am not big on like the nacho cheese Doritos.
Those are okay. I like Cool Ranch a little bit better.
Yeah, I prefer the Cool Ranch ones. Like, the nacho cheese one, I don't know what it is. Like, there's just something about them.
I like the spicy nacho cheese ones, and I like the 3 cheese ones, but the nacho cheese ones is like, they're okay, but like, they're not my favorite at all.
Did like the spicy ones that were used in the roulette bag.
I
don't know if you've seen that one. It was like 1 in every 5 chips or something like that was a spicy one.
I think I do remember that, yeah.
And they all look the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I want to try with those habanero chocolate chip cookies. It's just make a whole bunch of regular ones and then mix in some of the habanero ones in with them.
Just make sure you can make them all look same. So like maybe cook up some of them in the same batch so they have similar colors.
I mean, well, the whole thing is that it's chocolate habanero.
Mm-hmm.
So the chunks are brown. And so it kind of looks like a little bit of chocolate peeking up to the surface.
Okay.
If you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm obviously confused, so I follow up with a what? Apparently, he doesn't take this as a cue to maybe backtrack or say something normal as a follow-up, because he follows up with this pearl. I know you're kind. Fake metalhead hipsters who only say they like metal to get with girls.
No. That okay.
Honestly, this was a new one. Reddit has not prepared me for this. I could barely squeeze out a confused okay before he finishes with, just stay away from my sister. She deserves an intellectual, not some trendy frack. I basically just left.
I mean, I'd probably do the same thing, not gonna lie.
Yeah, like, I'd be pretty upset if I'd probably just decide to leave the conversation if someone suddenly just called me a gay slur.
Yeah, that's just people like that just are.
I don't take kindly to that shit.
Yeah, no. Like if I would have been mentally prepared for something like that, I might have come up with a clapback. But most of the time, those things come out of nowhere, and you're just like, "What? And you just don't know what to say to it, you know?
I mean, your feelings toward trendiness kind of show, considering what you're wearing.
Mm-hmm. Dung. Dung, dung, dung.
Oh, God. Okay, did you hear that they're doing a little like revival, like a tour?
I did. And
I cannot wait to see Dad Bod Gerard up on stage.
I'm not sure how to feel about this, honestly.
I don't know whether or not it would be better if he goes back into makeup or not. I just hope he doesn't shave.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, that'd be funny.
I'm just imagining like him still looking how he does in like those interview pictures for like Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. That
Up on stage singing "I'm Not Okay."
that'd be that'd honestly be great.
That would be amazing. And you know what? Longtime fans would probably be okay with that.
Yeah. An hour goes by when I hear a knock on the door. I didn't hear a car, so I'm assuming that little old Beardcel was coming to bug me again.
And another thing.
And another thing. Nope, it was his older, normal sister. Hey, I'm Batvillain, Beardcel's big sister. I just wanted to drop off a basket of muffins and welcome you to the neighborhood. And sorry about him, he can be an ass sometimes, but you know, what can you do? I'll skip the conversation we had because it isn't relevant to the story, minus one little thing that Batvillain said when I asked what her brother's deal was. He just wants to protect me. I don't need him to, but it's kind of nice that he wants to look out for me. Into day one.
You know, there's something I could easily go with a Scar reference right now. Like someone's on the shallow end of the gene pool.
Hey, just
like the 5'5" brother and the 6'1" sister.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Monday. It's Monday. I'm tired as hell, and as soon as I get home, I'm helping move furniture into the house. I'm carrying a 7-foot-tall bedpost. It's been hollowed out, so it's kind of light, but the base is heavy. When suddenly I hear a nasally lisp shout, "You're doing it wrong. Let a real man show you how to do it." But okay?
I mean, okay, this... I know we haven't read this, but this sounds really, really familiar. Wait, hang on. I think I remember. I think you read part of this to me at one point.
I might have read part of it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have.
Yeah,
oh, shit.
No. Well, that's okay. I mean, it's still as horrible as it was the first time, but...
Seriously, he said that. Try to picture a 5'5" orb. Try to picture a 5'5" orb trying to carry a 7-foot-tall bedpost. Not happening. Yeah, Now I just suddenly have the image of a flail in my head, or like a maul.
Mm-hmm.
Just attach him to the end and use him to beat people to death. I ignore him and just keep moving stuff in. So he says, "What? Can't stand my superiority?"
Oh my goodness, this...
At least he can see his own feet. Oh, God.
Jeez.
The last one earned him a slap on the head from Batvillain for embarrassing them in public. He kept staring at me really intensely whenever I stepped out, so I decided to piss him off by waltzing over and talking to his sister, who was reading Red Sun. Good comic, by the way. Check it out. That's the communist Superman, right?
Yeah, that's the one where like Superman crash landed in Soviet and American waters, and it was the Soviets who picked him up. And Lex Luthor is technically the protagonist for this one, technically.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, in Lex Luthor's mind, he's always the protagonist.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
Let's be real.
But you also get a Green Lantern military Marine Corps, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they fail, of course, but like it's still a really interesting idea.
Yeah, but of fucking course, Beardcel had to step in every so often to prove his superiority. I'm gonna switch up the dialogue style because I'm a lazy slob. Want me to just read out the dialogue, or?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Hey, I loved that comic. Yeah, me too. It's pretty interesting. Whatever. It's not a canon story anyways.
Multiverse theory. It's canon. Fuck you.
It's an Elseworld story, you little shit. Don't you fucking start this with me. You fucking beach ball. God. Shush. Anyway, did you know that random bit of trivia I forgot? That's pretty cool. So, you'll say anything to get into her pants. Say anything to get into her pants.
Mm-hmm.
You are distressing. Just gonna say this right now, Beardcel. You are distressingly invested in your sister's vagina. Dude, shut up. You're being a brat. Piss off and leave us alone. I can make my own choices. No, you can't. I clearly have to protect you. You're just a slave to your hormones. Punch the shit over a fence.
Yeet that bitch into the sun.
Call back.
Yep. I want to say that Bat Villain replied with something awesome, but honestly, she just snapped at him and stormed off into the house. To which Beardcel said, "This is all your fault, you cuck." He stormed inside, so I just go home. End of day 2.
I don't know why I'm just flashing back to Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Oh, you cuck! Wait, does he actually know what that means, or did he just learn it off the internet? Tuesday is slow. I go home, see Beardcel playing cards on the porch with some other kid. I don't really care. I just head inside to chill. Evidently Beardcel lost, though, because all the way from upstairs I hear him yell, "Not fair, that card is too OP. I feel like I'm being called out here. Yeah, that might just be because I have one deck that works and a whole bunch that, maybe I'll get lucky.
You gotta believe in the heart of the cards, Llytic. Hasn't Yu-Gi-Oh ever taught you anything?
Apparently the heart of the cards fucking hate me.
I mean, it hates both of us to an extent, so...
The only time I ever have any successes with the Renatka deck.
And even then, that's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 shot, and then sometimes you pull out a fucking board wipe.
Yes.
I'm like, why do you have this?
For the Renatka deck.
Fuck it. I'm blowing up the sun.
Basically. Hey, those are all really nice non-basic land cards you have. Devastation.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Or no, Runation. Sorry, that's the card.
I really fucking hated it when you did that with the Hydra deck.
Yeah, but I know how terrible that one can get too, so nip it in the bud.
I get the Shrine Nixos, Shrine to Nix out. All right, I'm gonna get a lot of green mana. It's
no,
done.
You're not. Yeah,
the only reason I won that last one was because we're both bad at math.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah. Word of
and
advice.
then the next turn I got out like a fucking 44 something.
Yeah. Word of advice for all you folks out there who play Magic. If you're going up against a deck in which they will make things bigger and bigger, stop it before they can make it bigger. It's a cheap cop-out, but you survive.
Still laughing at that time we just decided to see how big we could get that one to be.
Yeah, that was horrifying.
It's like, oh, that's real big. Was that a fairy the size of a building? Okay.
Oh, lovely. This is different than what I'm used to.
At some point we need to get a two-headed giant game started up with us playing together, just so that like you can be on the team that has that.
Yeah, and you can be on the team that can fuck over the other team very well.
You know, in other ways.
Yes.
Ways that don't involve suddenly giving everything death touch. I swear, every time I get that, I also end up getting out the thing that makes all my creatures unblockable, and it was the weirdest shit.
Mm-hmm. It's like, man, death touch is nice. I wish I could use it.
Death touch is nice. I wish I could use it, but at the same time, here's 100 damage. That deck is bullshit, and I love her.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow, a sore loser. Who would have guessed? Anyone, literally anyone that knows what a neckbeard is could have. Who knows what a neckbeard is could have guessed. Like, I will say, like, typically the times I get angry during card games is less the times like when I get beat, and more the times when like basically gridlock happens.
Yeah, when they get to the point where it's like they don't beat you, they make it to where you can't win.
Yeah, like. That's the reason I get upset with like board wipes and like my lands being destroyed. Mm-hmm. Like if it was just, oh, here's a lot of damage headed towards you. Like, okay. I accept this. It's like, oh no, my shit's gone. Fuck. I gotta start from scratch.
This is why you can't have nice things.
Like, that's when I get upset.
Mm-hmm.
This, however, is the day that I realized my balcony is connected to Bat Villain's balcony. Well, so we started talking at night and hatched a genius plan to drive Beardcel insane. End of day 3.
Oh, boy. Wednesday. I go home and Beardcel is there waiting for me. I step out of the car and just like clockwork, he trots over to me, looks me dead in the eyes and says, stay the fuck away from my sister. I went through your Facebook, and you're not a fake metalhead. I'll give you that, but you're an abusive Chad. What?
Okay, just because I have a jawline. Oh, God. Okay, I'll say this right now. Fat shaming does not work. You're more likely to drive someone to suicide than you are to get them to actually start, like, working on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, someone starts coming at me with that sort of shit.
Yeah. No. It's like, hey, free game. All's fair in love and war, you know?
The only shit I'm not going to go after is the shit they can't control. And I'm pretty sure their dietary habits they can.
Most of them, yeah.
Usually. Mm-hmm. Unless you're pregnant, in which case you just start craving weird shit.
Do you want me to continue, or do you want to pick up that line?
I'm continuing. Boom! Cue the sirens. It's an incel in the wild. I don't really know what he's trying to say, so I made the mistake of asking him to explain. He sort of goes on a tangent about my post, which I will not repeat here to avoid seeming like a humble brag. The only thing that stopped me from putting my foot in his ass was Batvillain running over and fawning over me. This was phase 1 of the plan. Have Batvillain act insanely flirty insanely flirty whenever Batvillain could see us, just to rustle his jimmies. After about 10 minutes of really cheesy shit. I don't know why, I'm just imagining like the standard like movie shit, like oh, we got a fake relationship. But without the shitty, like, the really stupid plot point of, oh, well, kiss in front of me to prove that it's real. Who the fuck does that?
People who need to go to counseling.
Yeah, I think most characters in terrible rom-coms need that.
Yeah, probably.
He probably made a post on 4chan about his big sister being a slut. Again, you care far too much about your sister's genitals, Beardcel. Get help. It's like the parents that do gender reveal parties. Seriously, at least wait till the child has decided. At that point, I could understand.
I mean, another option when you go for an ultrasound, wait and be surprised.
It's the whole thing of like that's just going to tell you what genitals your kid has. That doesn't really tell. Like, for all you know, that kid could grow up to be trans.
Yeah, true.
Now, if you throw a party after the child comes out of the closet, that's different. That I could get behind.
Yeah, and that could also be seen as shaming them, but at the same time, if handled correctly, it could be a really good thing. So
throwing the party after they come out of the closet.
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally celebrating your child coming to terms with who they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Just I don't know. If someone handled it incorrectly, it could end poorly. That's all I'm saying. And you said end of day 4, right?
Yes, I said end of day 4. It is your turn.
Okay, Thursday. It's time to pull out the big guns. I don't know why, but apparently Bat Villain's mom had some Victoria's Secret bags lying around. Okay, maybe I can guess why. So we did 2 things. 1, fill the bags and lay them out on her bed, then take a picture and make sure Beardcel sees her doing it. 2, put the empty bags in the trash in full view of Beardcel. This apparently worked because Bat Villain texted me to let me know that Beardcel insisted on looking through her closet and lectured her when he was denied. End of day 5. Okay, this is starting to get concerning.
What shit tier anime did this child crawl out of?
I don't know.
No. Oh, God. Like, I mean, the jealous family member is already an inherently incestuous thing. Which, I mean, don't bring that up whenever your partner's dad starts making death threats. That might just make it worse, but it is an inherently incestuous thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, God, that takes it to another level.
Yeah.
That's, oh, God. I am very much not well after that.
I mean, it's one thing to be protective and make sure that, well, as speaking as a big brother, it's one thing to be protective and make sure that the person who's dating your sister is a good guy and they're going to get along pretty well. It's another thing to be jealous about the relationship. That's just weird, man.
Well, it's also the whole thing if you open up meeting them with death threats.
Yeah, no, that's
like, hey, just so you know, if you ever do anything, I'm going to bury you out back.
Yeah, no, that's
get help.
That's not healthy.
No. More a whole thing of meet them, get to know them, and then if they pull shit, yeah, don't threaten them immediately because that makes you look like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are an asshole.
I mean, if you want to have the persona of being an asshole, then by all means do that. But like at the same time, why would you want to do that?
I mean, I've been in enough corpse pits as it is.
Yeah, a disturbing amount based on the.
Chad is a beautiful thing. As is Chad. Some dumbass out there is going to take this as us being anti-Chad. No, we are very much a pro-Chad channel. Friday to Saturday. These 3 days are basically one continuous flow because, weekends. On Friday, I have a cheap pizza dinner on the balcony with Batvillain. We had the pizza delivered to Batvillain so that Beardcel would see. When he inevitably asks for some, she replies, "Nope, this is for me and UberAwesone." She takes it up to the balcony and locks her bedroom door so that Beardcel can't follow her. Beardcel actually started pounding on the door and pestering her to come in and reconsider the mistakes he was making. We finish the pizza and she goes back.
Just freaking...
If you can't respect the door lock, you don't deserve to be in the same building.
This is all sorts of concerning. Just going to say that right now.
Yes.
Was that intentional?
Not conscious?
Huh.
It just kind of happened.
On Saturday...
It's not like the Charlie voice where I had to think out all of the mannerisms.
It was a really good one, I think. Honestly, like the whole thing with that, and I can tell you worked on that a bit because you did a really good job.
Weird enough, looking back on it now, all I can think about is the fact that I have been getting recommendations on YouTube for this one channel run by a lady with Tourette's, and I am says that she has Tourette's. I haven't watched, so I don't know. I can't say for certain if she actually does or not, but I am curious to see it because I think it's also a gaming channel.
Huh, that could be interesting.
At least part of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's interesting to check out. I might have to see how that is.
Mhm.
I can't remember the name for the life of me right now. Anyway.
The comments will probably remind you.
Yes. As we all know, the people who watch this also watch videos run by people with Tourette's exclusively. Particularly people who talk about how their Tourette's affects their everyday lives. Anyway.
On Saturday, I spent an hour with Batvillain in her living room reading comics and using shitty pickup lines.
I do that already with friends.
For example, this art is amazing, but I prefer the masterpiece in front of me. After a few too many pickup lines, Beardcel throws an empty can at my head, so I decide to leave because I didn't want to escalate yet. Not yet.
I mean, someone has to nail the artwork to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday, I run through a sprinkler to look all sweaty. Let's fucking class that, mate. And when Beardcel walked outside, I texted Batvillain to run over with a towel and act all starry-eyed. Again, this shit is so over the top that how the fuck did he not catch up? This little butterball stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Several layers of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
This actually worked. Beardcel comes over, yanks the towel away from his sister, then stomps all over it. This is like starting to get on the level like r/insane parents, where I start to get like legitimately angry reading some of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, fuck you. You don't deserve to have families. You don't deserve to have a family.
Some people have no business in doing such, but...
Oh yeah, it's the whole thing of like, if you're constantly invading your child's privacy and like getting onto them for like having the slightest bit of like talking back, you're not teaching them to be respectful. They're teaching them to listen for footprints, to identify footsteps and look busy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're teaching them to do. You ain't teaching respect, motherfucker. After all, if that were the case, then your parents would have caused you to be respectful. And you sure as fuck ain't.
To teach respect, you have to be respectful. That's the whole thing.
Respect is earned, and not through force.
And at the same time, it's like there is a certain degree of respect you should give everyone, just giving them the benefit of the doubt. But that can be taken away very quickly, much like trust. You know?
Yes. For instance, if I were to stab Tom, lose some trust. Possibly some respect.
I mean, if you had a reason for it, maybe.
There's a mosquito on your back. What? Stab.
You stabbed me. What the hell, man?
I was trying to get the mosquito.
I used the flat of the blade then.
Yes, that's the problem. Not the fact I was using a knife in the first place. Anyway, end of weekend.
The wrestling. Monday and Tuesday were the quiet days leading up to Wednesday. Now, what was Wednesday? Valentine's Day, aka International Bone Day, and coincidentally enough, opening night for Black Panther. I live in Indonesia. We get movies earlier sometimes.
Lucky.
Now, Beardcel is, of course, going to go see Black Panther while his parents head out for dinner, which leaves Batvillain at home by herself. The movie starts at 7:30, so at 7:15, I get to her house to enact the final phase of our plan, the rustling.
I'm going to say, I was going to say something about like how most Neckbeard's thoughts of Black Panther were, but at the same time, Indonesia. So I'm less sure. American Neckbeards, they didn't like it. Because it had a black lead that wasn't Blade. Although I don't count that one, like that's not part of the MCU. I barely count the Blade movie as a superhero movie.
It's not a superhero movie.
Exactly. Oh, that just fucking reminded me. The CW DC universe. Their Crisis of Infinite Earths. They have a Lucifer cameo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I saw something in my YouTube suggested saying, "Hey,
Yeah, I watched that video, and it's literally just like John Constantine just rolls up to Lucifer's bar. Like, hey, we need a way to get into purgatory. And because the character of Lucifer is so fucking amazing, and like he's like one of those like the epitome of the charismatic devil.
Mm-hmm.
And so like just that whole scene, like it's always great to see Lucifer. Christmas special coming soon. Don't forget it. Holiday special, really. Not really sure how Christmassy it'll be.
It's gonna be in the spirit of it. Let's put it.
I mean, granted, there's a lot of gift-giving holidays around that time, so it doesn't really matter. Then
it's not in the spirit.
Christmas,
just a dumb idea that I had.
And Christmas is really just a co-option of the winter solstice, which I was considering having it go up that day instead of Christmas, but that would literally be the day after we record it.
Yeah, well, that one's up to you.
God.
All right. What we did was this. We both got on her bed, pulled the blanket up to our necks to imply that we're naked, then messed up our hair to give the impression of a romp. Okay. Right before the theater opens up, Bat Villain takes a selfie of us with our messy hair laying in her bed and snaps it to him with the words, "Thanks for letting me have the house to myself, little bro." 7:20 snap sent. 7:21 snap opened. What follows is a large mess of anger messages that are honestly exactly what you expect, minus some highlights, which we shall place here. How could you do this? Make sure he stays. I want to have words with him. You're such a slut. Tell that cook that the alpha is on his way. Oh my goodness.
The alpha has trouble fitting through doors. And not because of how wide his shoulders are.
You're not shaped like an alpha. You're shaped more like I don't know.
A Christmas ornament.
Yeah, let's see. It's
Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, let's see. You're more shaped like a theta than.
Fucking damn it. Well, if he was shaped like an alpha, that would raise more questions because alpha is an A, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe
that would raise more questions because he'd have these narrow little shoulders and these wide ass hips.
Maybe
you'd want to be shaped like a delta.
Maybe lowercase alpha because that one's round.
Yeah, but if you're shaped like an alpha, there's bigger questions.
Yep,
that's pear shaped. Oh god. He eventually calls. Eventually he calls, and Bat Villain passes the phone to me so I can say, "Hey man, thanks for leaving the house." Again, that moment. Okay, yeah. No family is that open about their sex lives. Like, oh god, this little fucking butterball. Oh god.
First comment here. Go for Beardcel, not his sister, for an ultimate power move.
So what you doing? I mean, as we're gonna find out later. Anyway. I head back to my house and play the waiting game. Eventually he gets home, and I wasn't around for this next bit, so I'm trusting Bat Villain to have explained it to me correctly. Since I had left their house by hopping the balconies, Beardcel is already confused when he gets there. The maid tells him that Bat Villain's been all alone in her room for the past hour, that no one's come through the front door.
Uh-oh.
When he gets upstairs, he's yelling and is probably in shock when he notices the room is still nice and tidy. There's no evidence of frick-fracking. No condom wrappers, no Victoria's Secret stuff, not even a loose sock. No hat on the door. The sole reason I own hats.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that and the pink ball cap, but that's a different matter. Eventually, after standing there red-faced, mouth open for a few minutes, he lectures Bat-Villain for worrying him and making him miss the movie. Bitch, you did that on your own.
That one's on you, dude. TLDR, Necky incel wrestles my Jimmy, so I make him think I wrestled with his sister, and he missed the movie. I'm an evil genius.
All right, and now on to part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Beardcel 2, Chad comes to lunch.
Oh, no.
Story time. After the whole wrestling from last time, I figured I'd leave Beardcel alone for a couple days to plan a better prank / let him chill out. Well, today, Bat-Villain invited me to lunch at her place because he had a friend over and he was weird. Also, a minor thing that I want to share, but this has nothing to do with the story. But after the whole prank, Bat-Villain told me that Beardcel apparently added me to his mortal enemies list at spot 16 for ruining his sister.
Oh my... Dude, get some help, man.
Beardcel, I'm going to vomit down your throat.
That's okay.
Sorry, but can you think of something that's more threatening right now?
Shoving a red-hot pole up his ass?
Good point. He'd probably be into the first one. I want women to wait on me hand and foot. Chew my food.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't even know. But anyways, without further ado, let's go.
The freaking... Okay, so let's not gloss over the fact he has a list of mortal enemies, and it has at least 16 people on it.
Yeah, last time I saw that, it was in a subpar sitcom.
I'm going to read the next 2 because the first one is only 1 line, if you're okay with that.
All right. If you know what sitcom I'm talking about, give us a like. You won't get anything, but you'll have given us a like.
And we appreciate that. We really do.
This video's a train wreck and Zane's not even here. The episode, not video. There's no visual element.
Characters are the same as last time, plus 1 new dude. The other kid, or Talk for short. He was the dude that...
on the clock.
He was the dude that Beardcel played cards with in the last story. Skinny, really bad acne on his forehead, cheeks, and I swear I saw him...
So something on his chin.
Saw something on his chin. He's actually a little bit taller than Beardy. Probably 5'8". I don't really know. I'm eyeballing it based on how tall I am. No neck beard, but he had a few stray hairs on his chin that could charitably be called whiskers.
Really, I feel like I'm getting called out here.
Really greasy black hair that's styled in a bowl.
I'm no longer being called out.
And remember that guy from the looking for an internet girlfriend vid? His voice was basically like that, but with a bit more of an Indo accent. And his fashion sense was for shit. He was wearing a bunch of neon bracelets, a blue My Little Pony t-shirt, and a pair of black trip pants. Huh.
Ah!
What are trip pants?
Yeah, I'm checking that out now.
Oh, good lord. They're basically Dora's pants.
Those do not go with a My Little Pony t-shirt. Those go with a matching shirt of some kind. Like, if you're going to have that, you're going to need to have it to where the rest of the outfit matches. And then on top of that, you're going to need the confidence to actually make it work. God damn it. Anyway. Because the most important aspect of any outfit is confidence, and I highly doubt this child had the confidence to make it look good. Oh, God. Yeah, you need to have a special, outfit together with it. And I can definitely tell you that a fucking greasy black bowl cut is not going to make that work. Neither is a fucking Fluttershy t-shirt. Maybe it was Fluttershy. I don't know who it was.
It just said My Little Pony. It didn't specify.
Yeah, maybe it was Rainbow Dash. Who Applejack. I almost said Ablejack. What the fuck? I don't even watch. I've never. I don't come after me for getting the names wrong.
I don't know who that is. So if you come after anyone, come after me for not knowing My Little Pony.
My whole thing has just been that I really couldn't give half a shit about bronies. Like, okay, they exist. Who cares?
I forget they exist, so...
I mean, at least it's not like the originals, like the first few runs of the show in which it only existed to sell toys, but at the same time was had nowhere near the amazing homoeroticism of He-Man.
Yeah, that's one of the things though, is I know the toys because my sister used to collect them when she was really little.
Yeah.
It was and they had the one thing I remember is all of them had this weird magnet thing on one of their hoofs, feet, I don't know.
I think it's hooves, it's horses.
Yeah, but like there were also toys that could go with it that could do special things whenever the magnet activated it, which action toys are fun, but at the same time it's like
it's an early version of Bakugan. Did you know that actually had a revival?
I did actually. Like I
kind of want to check that out. Because who is it? I forgot what he's called. His series is like such and such is really weird. Was really weird.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
But he did a video talking about that. Because it's like they completely rehauled it to where it's actually a lot better to play.
Huh.
As well as like they're more like the Bakugan themselves are actually more intricate whenever they hit the thing.
Yeah,
so it doesn't just look like a ball with a face.
Yeah, no, that was one of the things. I remember the TV show. It was one of those gimmicky kids TV shows where it's using toys to battle, but at the same time, it's like I could see why some people would like it. I always thought it was dumb, but
because I think they actually did have like an entirely new anime too.
Really?
From what I've heard, it's better than the original.
I kind of want to check that out, but for the same reason,
I'm curious, but
for the same reason that I watched the Beyblade Metal Masters on Netflix.
Oh, God,
to see how bad it was. And honestly, it's a terrible show. But you could tell the voice actors
it's Beyblade.
You could tell the voice actors were having a good time with it, though.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so moving on. Ain't that fitting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that game was today. Anyway, that doesn't surprise me that someone did that. God damn it. Today is a pretty chill day, as most Saturdays should be, except for when I go outside. Normally, I'd want to stay inside all day and sleep on the couch, but I have cats, which aren't allowed inside because my mom has allergies. Oh. So I go outside to feed and hug them. Aww.
That's cute.
It's usually in... Wait, if they did it upside down, I think that's a different thing. That's the belt loop one. Okay. Oh, God. The fucking WS's co-opting everything. Anyway, I'm not going to say the full word because YouTube. Okay, fuck. Where the fuck was I? Those of you who don't know, Zane's putting stuff in chat right now.
So I go outside to...
okay. It's usually an uneventful thing, except today, Beardcel is out on his porch with Talk and sees me cuddling a cat. And for some reason, he quietly tells his buddy that he's the Chad cuck that ruined my sister. Never use that phrase! You little troll. And I say that as a troll. Fucking hell. Ugh. Ugh.
You okay there, Llytic?
Bad enough that we got this shit going on with T.I. too. Those of you who don't know, the rapper T.I. has been taking his daughter to the gynecologist regularly to see whether or not her hymen is still intact, because that's a thing he feels he needs to care about. Oh, my salty little beard. How wrong you are. Talk's response, however, blew me away. He says, "Hey, look, the pussy has a pussy."
You know, These guys are just pathetic.
Boy.
One moment.
Sorry, just a sec.
It's all right. We're good. Hi, guys. You're with Tom now. It's just you and me for the time being.
Anyway, fuck.
Never mind.
There we go. Right. Well, that's enough outside for me today, except Batvillain actually hears the second yell and comes out to, 1, pet a floof, and 2, invite me to lunch at her house. I'll be honest, I'm taken by surprise by this invite, since I'd assumed we'd be leaving the Beard alone today. Aren't we leaving Beardcel alone this weekend? Just come over to my place, little fuck. She points to Talk. There's a weird thing for me, and I need a fake boyfriend to get him to buzz off. Can't you tell your parents to give him the boot? They're out today, and the maid doesn't like to get involved in our social shit.
Smart woman.
So just help me out. I've got sauté inside.
Sauté. Say no more. I'm sold. I'm guessing that's a food. I basically nod a quick yes, put my cat down, and follow her into the living room. I'm going to click on that room layout. Okay. Okay, 2 couches, coffee table, TV. Got it. So immediately, as soon as I walk in, and Talk does a full 180 from earlier and acts like he's never seen me. What voice should I give Talk?
I don't know. I haven't seen the video.
Okay. Who's this mysterious fellow? A boyfriend? Sure, let's go with that. Isn't that right? UberAwesone. That's his name, right?
UberAwesone.
Yeah.
Or UA.
Isn't that right, UA? I'll just say UA. Sorry, dude. I'm terrible with names, if you're listening anyway. She actually does an exaggerated cheek pinch, much to the chagrin of Beardcel and Talk. But he's white. What could you possibly find appealing about a mindless thug like that? Okay. Okay. Wow, you fucking racist midget. He's sweet, nerdy, has similar interests, and hella handsome. I'll stop you, flatterer. Clearly, you're not getting it. What does he have that I don't? Honestly, Batvillain's reply to this catches me off guard, so I had to stifle a laugh. Well, he stands a few inches taller than most men. Nice. Real subtle there, Batvillain. She grabs my arm and pulls me to the couch, and then... Beardcel, get your hands off that filthy Chad. UA, don't worry, Shorty. I'm clean. Batvillain, just let us eat in peace.
What is this? A brother for ants? I mean, there's a reason why I typically don't date people shorter than me, and it's because I don't like looking down. We eat in uncomfortable silence. There's a few angry glares thrown my way so every so often I move just a little bit closer, just to piss them off. Honestly, that sounds like something I do. I don't like the fact that you're dating that you're dating such and such. Well, now I'm going to date them even harder. I decide to feed one of the sauté sticks to Batvillain. This pisses Talk and Beardcel off to no end. Eventually, Batvillain has to use the facilities, and that's when Talk and Beardcel tear into me. Back off, cuck. My sister deserves an intellectual, a nice guy, someone that would treat her like a queen. Marrying her off to the highest bidder is not how you treat people. Right, so you want her to date you. I had seen a bunch of comments saying he probs wanted to, so I figured it might throw him off a little. Beardcel, I think I could hear the gears turning in his head. No, someone like Talk. Yeah, you broke the rules anyway. I had dibs on her.
Oh my fucking... Okay.
Dibs don't work that way. I honestly choked on my food because of how off guard that caught me. You realize dibs isn't a thing, right? Whatever. If you're the guy that stands between me and Batvillain, I'll take you out like a knight fighting a dragon. She needs a nice gut. Hey, my dragon is very nice. He looks out for me. Keeps me safe. Keeps me away from a whole bunch of fucking asshole knights.
Reminds me of that one comic.
Yeah. What was that one like? Kind of a dick. All right, go send him away. I need to find that comic again. That one was just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice guy doesn't respect her decisions. Thank you, Reddit, for arming me with all the responses I needed. Your line.
Oh, sorry.
Were you reading the chat?
I wasn't reading the chat. I was clicking on the YouTube video for the song that he linked next because I knew that was coming up, and it's
okay.
For anyone wondering, well, I'll get to it and I'll explain what it is in a sec. He honestly has no response to this, and thankfully, before he can muster one up, Batvillain comes back and invites me to her room. Now, obviously, we aren't doing anything shady, but Beardcel and Talk think we're up to something. We can sort of see their shadows moving around through the gap under the door, trying to listen in. So in a moment of inspired genius, Batvillain yells, "Privacy, please!" and puts on this goddamn song, and puts on Kissing You by Miranda Cosgrove.
Okay, my immediate thought was When I Think About You by the Divinals. I was like, what's the worst song you could put on in this situation?
I don't know. I'm not even
Kissing You. Okay, that's a...
Yeah, I'm not even laughing at this point. I'm like silently wheezing because goddamn, this shit is too funny. Unfortunately, we forgot to lock the door. And this bit is the real kicker. Are you ready? Taking your deep breath? Okay, good.
Beardcel and Talk actually burst into the room, ready to freak out about Batvillain being seduced to the dark side by a Chad, and Batvillain not wanting to ruin the illusion, and with that, any hope of scaring Talk off, decides to kiss me. At least, that's what it looks like. You know that trick you learn in drama class to fake a kiss on stage? If you don't, here's how it works. The person who initiates the kiss puts their hand on the cheek that faces away from the audience and puts their thumb over both of your mouths at an angle that the audience can't see. Makes it look like you're both kissing and saves both actors the trouble of having to do something like that on stage.
Mm-hmm. Stage kiss.
Yeah. And then there's also the stage... energetic kiss, but that's a completely different one.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one, you already typically are going to have both hands on either side of someone's mouth. Or on both sides of someone's head. So you can just have it to where they meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They see what they think is a moment of passion, and I can't really describe the noise Talk made. For those of you who browse r/green text, the noise was basically the noise that even Dio can't make sound good.
I'm just Okay, I beg to differ on that one. I'm talking more like in the final battle where he just yells. It's fucking awesome, man.
It sounds so silly.
Yes, but over the top. And if it was anyone else other than Dio, maybe it would be silly. But it's fucking Dio.
If it was in any other anime.
Yeah, and despite
any other series.
Yeah, and despite anything you say, anyone says about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dio is a fucking menacing villain.
Oh yeah. Roll da rolla,
rolla da rolla.
Buda buda buda.
Jotaro actually looked like he had to try in that fight.
I don't know, I'm just thinking of like one thing where it was I think it was like an online dub of the original like JoJo OVA.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just that arc. And so like the part where it lands on, it was like, wait, did I just get hit by a truck? All right. So long as I don't move, it should be explodes. Oh god. An actual person went re. God, I wish I could say I was making this up. Tuck is red-faced, or as red-faced as you can get when you have a tan. Huh. And Beardcel is in shock, really. Batvillain seizes the moment to basically tear them a new one for killing the moment. Oh my fucking god. You guys have any understanding of privacy of personal space? Go back to your own rooms, you fucking red-pilled assholes. I've made a choice, and I'm sticking to it. But I don't give a shit what you think he is. He's a real nice guy. He treats me with respect, and he doesn't come barging into my room just because I leave the door unlocked. But we're trying to protect you. I don't need your protection. Now get the fuck out. And if you tell mom and dad about this, I'll show them the disgusting shit you keep under your bed. Oh shit. Side note, after I asked after this, apparently Beardcel keeps Shota Lolly comics under his bed. I feel sick. Same.
I just feel angry now.
Got it.
They both nod and leave. After that, Batvillain spends like 5 minutes apologizing for springing the stage kiss on me like that, and after that's all settled, I decide to go home because I've had my fill of euphoria for the day. What does OTW mean?
What is what?
OTW mean?
OTW. On the way.
On the way out of the house. Sorry, I am
on
very
the way.
slang. On the way out of the house, though, I left through the front door this time. Beardcel and Talk basically blocked me from using the door. I'm about ready to shove past him until Beardcel hits me with a bomb. You're on thin ice, buddy. Next time you come here, you're dead. He then does an exaggerated knuckle crack thing, which looks super stupid because his fingers are basically Vienna sausages. And that brings us to the end of the story. That villain says she has more stories about Talk and Beardcel from over the years, so let me know if you want to hear them.
TLDR, a filthy Chad comes to the home of an intellectually superior genius. The red-pilled alpha and his friend kill the mood, then threaten me. Okay, I swear there was one thing where he straight up just... It might be the original version, but like where he straight up just like insults the cats.
Why would you insult cats?
It was a real man would have hounds. Fuck off. Fuck off. Is there any more Tales of Neckbeard stuff that he's posted? Let me check. Tales of Neckbeard's Talk, the B word, and the truth. I need to see if there's stuff before that. Some of Talk's friends. Yeah, I was about to try and search, but Talk updates and Talk after the party is the after party. That's a repost, so that house party and the peeping Talk. Can you share the girls with me? Oh boy. Looks like there's a good number of Talk stories. Let me see if the beard ruined my date. Let me see how far back we can go. No, that's Tales from Life. Okay. Do you want to try and do some more of these, or how?
We've been going for a little bit over an hour.
Okay.
I mean, that one's up to you. I'd be fine cutting it here. If we want to do one or two more, I'd be fine with that too.
Yeah, I guess we can do some more. Maybe we'll come, and then we can come back. Yeah, come back to him later.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, the easiest way to get advertisements, to get money right now for the corporations is just to piss off the far right. Anyway. I could get into it, but it's basically if you remember the Nike thing a while back.
No.
I think his name was Colin Kaepernick, the guy that was the football player that was protesting.
Yeah.
And you had all those people that thought that the what is it called?
National anthem?
National anthem. That thought the whole national anthem thing had to do with the troops and not that it was just a thing that's done in front of sports competitions in every country for each country's national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, so yeah, they basically did that, and he even like got advice on like, hey, like from like another football player that was a former military vet, saying, hey, just so you know, instead of sitting down, you can kneel. That's what we do to honor fallen soldiers, so you can do that while still doing your protest thing. So, should be no problems, but apparently there were. Fast forward, Colin Kaepernick ends up doing a Nike ad. And a whole bunch of idiots on Twitter start burning the Nike shoes they had already bought.
That's just money down the drain. Those things are expensive.
This in turn basically causes it to where a whole bunch of people on Twitter see Nike shoes, see that they're pissing off a bunch of racist assholes, and basically go like, huh, maybe I'll buy some Nikes. Which... free advertising.
Yep.
Literally the easiest way to advertise is to piss off assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And so apparently, like, people are pulling stuff because of lesbians in a Hallmark movie. Which, oh god, that's so funny. Anyway.
So we're going to read a couple more, or are we going to call
it? Talk the beard ruined my date.
Okay, I have X'd off of that. Could you give me a link, please?
Copy. Paste. But there was a similar thing with Gillette did a commercial a while back called The Best a Man Could Get. And the commercial was also kind of like a short film thing talking about like focusing on toxic masculinity and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, don't teach your children to beat the shit out of people for the sake of beating the shit out of people. That shouldn't be something that you have to say. And that shouldn't be a statement that should piss people off. But it did. It'd say you had a lot of people saying that Gillette was trying to destroy masculinity and shame men for being men and them getting rid of their Gillette razors. Publicly. On social media.
Again, even more money down the drain because razors are freaking expensive. That's part of why I use an electric razor. A lot cheaper.
Yes. And toxic masculinity is a legit problem.
I think it's more people just being stupid, but yeah, I get where you're coming from.
It's the whole thing, though, but it's the stupid that stems from the you gotta be manly thing. You gotta never show any emotions aside from anger. Because that's what real men do. Real men don't get sad. Real men don't talk about their feelings.
And anyone with half a brain would know that's bullshit, and they probably have a lot of repressed emotion. They need to go to counseling for that.
Exactly. But that's the whole thing, like teaching people that, oh, you basically need to solve your problems by being angry. That's the kind of thing that causes like people to think that, yeah, slamming doors is a good way to get anger out. That just creates a climate of fear. Anyway, we're on TOC, The Beard Ruined My Date.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's been a while since I had a Neckbeard story. The people that remember my stories on the other subs, this one's about one of those beards, the one I call Talk, short for The Other Kid. Pretty short, at least around 6'6", 6'5".
5'6", 5'8".
What the... Oh, God. The 5'6", 5'8" mark, based on how short he is next to me. For reference, I'm about 6'3".
Oh, he's grown. Okay.
I would just barely have to look up to you. He had a bowl cut, spotty acne, and a pretty greasy face. Wash your face.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your face. Oh, God, there's a reason why I scrub my face down with face cleanser every goddamn day.
Mm-hmm.
Personality was basically your bread and butter incel stuff, calling me Chad multiple times, and your normal neckbeard MLP shirts and nice guyisms. Once tried to claim I violated his crust by sleeping with her without dating her.
Other stars of the show. UA. Yes. What?
Oh, wait, I was going to say the TLDR at the end thing, but...
Oh, okay. Sorry, Oh, yeah, that is there. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Okay, TLDR at the end and all that. Other stars of the show. UA, that's me, your biased narrator. 6'3", 17, almost as white as paper, glasses thin, and apparently a Chad by talk standards. Passably attractive, done with everyone's shit. Worth noting, I did kick Talk once, so he has a mental image of me as an abuser, which will come up later.
I only abuse little shits.
Milady.
Oh, I was going to read that one.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Milady, my girlfriend. 5'5", 16, absolute powerhouse. Brunette, tan, well developed in certain areas, but she dresses conservatively for the most part, so it's not blatantly obvious. Not really beard bait. She's not into anime, games, or comics, but she's short and beautiful, which apparently does it for the beard. This is the thing I have never fucking understood. That is like neckbeards and incels having this whole thing. She has to be short. Don't get me wrong. Ichitan, good friend of mine, very much a small. She is 5 foot even. I would consider her to be very attractive. Doesn't mean that I'm just going to exclusively go after short people. No. Sometimes you got to be the little spoon.
You gotta admire folks of all sizes, you know?
And like, if your preference is short, then don't shit on people for being tall.
They can't help that, and that's
what?
Like, tall people can't help that. Like,
yeah,
it's just if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's basically what it boils down to.
Sometimes you just want to be intimidated.
I mean, maybe you do.
Still waiting for my big bicep orc GF. Change my status on Discord for that for the day.
Yes, do it.
Okay. Let me finish the paragraph. Noteworthy, there's a hickey on her neck that's just barely hidden by her hair most of the time. So that doesn't Talk's opinion of. Because you kiss your girlfriend there. I don't.
People are weird.
Unless you're pulling a fucking Christian Grey and doing it toward, like, for explicitly devious purposes.
Yeah, I still don't think I'm ever going to read that book.
I mean, if we start up that back alley book club.
Yeah, I'll spark notes it.
Dude, like, that's the kind of thing where you've got to get into shit.
Okay. All right. So let me set the scene. It's a nice cool Sunday afternoon. My lady has surprised me with a visit, so I took her to the park where we had our first kiss because I'm stupid and cheesy like that. Hey, dude, not stupid and cheesy. That's great.
Oh man, it fucking trails off the edge.
We walk, we talk, and have a few laughs. Hey, that's good if you can laugh together. That's a really good sign of a relationship. We stop by the swings we played at when we were younger, then go to a boat. We sit down and all is well, until the air turns foul. The smell of Cheetos and poor life choices fills the air. I hear the cough of a man who can't quite handle his vape and turn...
Fucking Christ.
And turn to face the noise. There he is, dressed in stained black trip pants, a neon green
Why are stained?
I don't want to know. A neon green t-shirt of some pony and those stupid rainbow bracelets everyone had in middle school. Yeah, I never got the point of those. The man-child, the myth, the legend, Talk. He hasn't quite noticed me, so I think that maybe I can avoid confrontation by just avoiding him. So I turn away. I guess something on my face didn't quite look right because Milady asked me, "Yue, what's wrong?" She's just quiet enough that it's not too loud, but unfortunately the mere sound of a woman daring to speak my name in his presence catches his attention. Oh boy, here we go. He turns to face me and there's a seeming hatred in his eyes. Much like a... I don't know. Or it could be eye crust. Who knows? Okay, that's a better thing than what I was going to come up with. He glares at me
in his eyes like someone lit a fart on fire.
That was good. He glares at me, ready to start harassing me until he sees Milady with me. She's got her arm around my waist, her head on my shoulder, which to a normal person would be just a casual romantic scene that is not to be disturbed. But what does he see? An easy target, apparently. Talk. Yue, he sort of spits this. Who's this lovely girl? How do you two know each other? Milady,
well, you see we bagging.
My name's Milady. Yue here is my boyfriend. She looks at me as she says this, and she says it so sweetly, like my heart can't take it.
Aww.
That's cute. Talk.
That's
Well, I'm Talk. I live around here. No one fucking asked, man. Come on.
Tuck seems to frown a little at the way she says boyfriend. I mean, normally? He puts his hand out for what looks like a handshake, and when my lady takes it, he dead ass tries to kiss. No! No!
The fucking...
You have to have... Again, you have to be fucking top tier to pull that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, no.
And even then, it still comes off as a little strange and eccentric at best. Creepy
best.
And cringy at worst.
At usual.
Yes.
Most of the time. Like you
rapey at worst.
Oh yeah. Out of habit, I put my Milady pulls away and tries to hide her disgust. Out of habit, I put my arm around Milady and wrap my hand around her shoulder in a comforting way and get up with her. But I guess the way I wrapped my hand around her looked a bit too possessive to talk. Are people this unaware of themselves?
Hubris?
We need to bring back the Greek gods that wouldn't take that kind of shit. Like, oh, you're getting too vain? Here's a fucking lightning bolt, bitch. I'm gonna turn you into goddamn donkey. I'm gonna tie you to the bottom of the ocean. Have fun eating boats. God fucking damn it. Let's go back to my place. What are you doing? She's a woman. You can't command her or take her so roughly like that. What? I'm letting him do this. We're getting away from you. I would just say it. The moment the person you're trying to defend says that,
that's when you need to back off.
Unless the person that they're with is actually a shape-shifting, brain-eating alien, you need to fuck off. I don't know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. He's abusing you. I see the bruise. He starts to frown a bit over-dramatically.
Oh my gosh.
Let me just say this right now. Bruises for beatings don't tend to be circular. You can tell me the truth. I'll protect you. Okay, get the fuck out of her way. You're acting like a dumbass. No, step away from her. She grabs Milady by the arm and tries to pull her away from me. What the fuck? Let go of me. She kicks him in the nuts. Good on ya. Then pulls her arm away. If you ever touch me again, you're never gonna see the sun again. She's so hot when she's being threatening. My big bicep or GF.
Jeez. I try to go over to call the SatPam, local security basically, but Milady just shushes me and tells me it'd be better to avoid too much trouble. We end up just basically half running, half power walking back to my house. We watch TV a bit, she goes home, end of story, right? Nope. Later that night, I got a message on my Facebook from a rando account that said, your new floozy may love you now, but she'll be mine soon enough. Oh my goodness, he needs to fucking die.
Fuck off. You're like 5. TLDR, Beard interrupts my date, tries to kiss my girlfriend's hand, accuses me of abusing her before pulling her and getting his balls busted. Again, I'm never going to think this person who kicked me in the dick outside of a controlled environment where that's what I was literally asking for is going to date me.
Edit. Grammar and message from Moonhorse. I don't know if I needed to read that, but I did anyway.
I think that might be a YouTuber who does Neckbeard. Want to do another one?
Sure. We could do 1 or 2 more.
TOK, can you share the girls with me?
All right, hang on a sec.
Unless it's a swingers party, that is never an okay thing to ask. Links to all of these will be in the description.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of links, could you actually send me one?
Oop, there we go.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right. Talk. Can you share the girls with me?
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
unless it's a swingers party or an explicitly open relationship. No. And even then, all parties have to be okay. Good day, my ladies and gentle says.
Hi, Reginald.
I finally knew a story about the man. The myth, the legend. Talk. Short for the other kid. Fucking cunt. Sorry if it's a little long. There's a TLDR at the bottom. Drungers.
All right. Do you want me to do all the characters, or
Just these two, and then I'll do the next ones, and then.
okay? Any hoozles, the stars of the show are Talk. He's pretty short, at least around the 5'6", 5'8" mark, based on how short he is next to me. For reference, I'm about 6'3". Since the last story, he's put on some wicked look, a bit more around his hair, which is just grown out a little dash. His personality was basically bred in so stuff. Let me chat him all the time. Neckbeard MLP t-shirts and nice guyisms. Once tried to claim I violated his crush by sleeping with her without even dating her.
I mean, you can't sleep with someone without dating them, Tom.
I was just reading on the...
There's no even there.
Oh, okay. No, there's not. Okay, cool. No,
that's more what the joke was.
Oh, okay.
UA, me, your unbiased narrator. 6'3", 7 foot, almost as white as paper. Glasses, just passably attractive, but still a Chad by TOK standards. God, then I wonder what he considered me.
Best not to think about it.
I mean, we already had Ichi-tan, saying that I needed to sacrifice myself to a volcano god.
Chad is weird.
Yeah. Ever since. Anyway. Minor characters, Bat Villain and Milady. They aren't in the story, just mentioned, but, and I swear this isn't a brag, I've slept with him before and TOK knows them. Oh. Okay. Now
on to the story. Picture this. It's a nice, cool Wednesday evening, just a little bit past 6. I've finished an hour at the sports center and am headed home for the day. To get out of the sports center, though, I have to walk past a little cafe that's near the entrance. That's when I see him.
Shia LaBeouf.
The real cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Oh, no. Talk. He's eating some dude.
He gets down on all fours, starts sprinting at me.
He's eating some Indomie. Okay, I need to look up some of these.
Indomie. Honestly, the first thing that pops into my mind is edamame, but I know that's not right. Because that's Japanese. Oh, Indomie is a brand of ramen. Well, not necessarily ramen, but instant noodles.
Yeah, I know.
Produced by Indo Food.
Mm-hmm. He's eating some Indomie and isn't facing me, so I figure maybe for once in my life I can walk away from him. But as I'm leaving, the girl at the front desk asked me to wait because some guy wanted to talk to me. I didn't really think much of it. I just assumed it was one of the basketball coaches asking me to pass a message to my brother, so I wait. Then I see where she's headed. She walks over to talk and points me out to him. I figured there was no point running, so I decided to at least humor him and see what he wants, which you should already know based on the title. He's all cheery and smiley, so immediately I'm lost.
Hey, Barry Allen. How are ya? I was wearing a Flash shirt. Oh, my bad. You're UA.
That...
God damn it, Barry. So fucking stupid, I'm at a loss. What do you want? I want to talk man. Man to man. More like man-child to man, but go off, I guess. Not gonna lie, it would have been hilarious if you just said that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to keep that one in mind for Tony and Frederick.
Want
to talk man to man. More like man-child to man, but go off. Fuck it, I'll talk to you. What is it? Just wanted to apologize for everything. God damn it, I'm not doing the voice anymore. I just wanted to apologize for everything. It was wrong, won't happen again.
Oh, were you going to read that?
I was going to read that.
Okay, go for it. Sorry.
I'm a little taken aback because this is weird, but I'm always down for second chances. So I keep talking to him. I guess, yeah. Okay, thanks. You should apologize to Bat-Villain and Milady, though. They're still pissed off about the shit you pulled. Sure. Let's sit down. I want to talk.
Oh, boy. I had some time before I had to be home for dinner, so I sit at his table with him. He rambles about his life and some anime I don't watch for a while. Just imagining he's talking about one of like the bad animes you've talked about.
Okay, he's talking about Assassin's Pride.
That sounds terrible.
Okay, Mother's Basement recently did a video about it. It's made by the same guys who did Masters of Ragnarok. It's bad. It's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
He's still eating as he talks, and it's super gross because he talks with his mouth full. He keeps this up for about 10 minutes before I get to leave, and that's when he springs the ball on me. Oh, wait, I needed to ask you about something important. Me, go for it. Talk, are you still close to Bat-Villain and Milady?
I'm dating one of them.
Yeah, why? Talk, I was wondering if you could, let me start doing the hand sign for fucking finger into OK sign over and over. I don't know what it's called. With them? I'm sorry, what? I was hoping maybe I'd misinterpreted his thing. Like in some random anime hentai, whatever. Oh my.
I'm sorry.
What are you asking me? Can you share them with me? Should I keep going on this one?
I'm a go.
Okay.
I'm also going to say, if you're going to talk, if you feel the need to talk while you have food in your mouth, do it out the side.
Yeah.
Your mouth doesn't have to open symmetrically for a reason. What the fuck? That is just about every level of wrong. Apparently the look of shock on my face wasn't a good enough deterrent because he kept going. You said you were still close to them. And since we're all cool now, I figured you could maybe... I cut him off at this point. No. Shut up. Not sharing them. Not even how real life works. Why not, you fag? I apologize and everything. Motherfucking about to be my pimp. That fucking hurt. Ow. Oh, God. Yes, because that somehow makes it so he can sleep with my friends. That's it. You say sorry and expect me to tell my friends to pity fuck you. You harassed them, tried to creep shots of Bat-Villain, and assaulted Milady. IDK if assault is the right word, but I was pretty pissed. That's not fair. Fuck both of them. I haven't even had a GF yet. He starts to stamp his foot.
He keeps saying some fucked up shit, but at this point, I've stopped listening. I realize there's no point, so I just walk away, apologize to the girl at the front desk for all the noise, and walk out the door. He tries to chase me, but he gets stopped at the door by the girl at the desk for some reason, so I just took the chance to escape and ran to my house. I live down the street, but he's scared of my parents, so he couldn't chase me.
I'm not entirely sure, but I swear I saw the girl at the desk pull out something metallic.
So I'm just...
Oh, God. That's the end of the story. I'll probably have more in the future, so let me know if you like this enough to want to read more.
TLDR, Creep thinks that one apology for all the shit he's pulled is good enough. Asked me to let him fuck my friends. That's the fucking... I mean, this is like... I remember one time in like junior high, there was like this idiot who like classic like neckbeard thing, wore a fedora to school and everything. I didn't see him with a trench coat, but I think he had a leather jacket at one point in time, which could not pull off at all. But like,
and confidence is the main ingredient in any outfit.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It's like, okay, so what? At this one point in time, I'm like this is like this was when I was in Idaho, and I think Michael was there with me, and like Michael's a friend of mine who is playing D&D with us.
He's going to be part of the holiday special.
Yes, you'll get to meet him then. But so
I've already talked to him.
yeah, so I can't remember if it was him or the other Mike who we both knew at that point in time. I knew like 3 Michaels in Idaho. It was really weird. But anyway, so
That might explain how you forgot a few things about this one.
yeah.
That's a pretty big thing to forget, Tom.
Yeah, it's like
say.
I can't remember if it was him or if it was Mike. It was one of the two of them, and we differentiate Mike, and all that. But anyway, so we were so I was in the cafeteria with one of them. There was this dude I was talking about, classic neckbeard thing, and this is in high school. So like, yeah, cringy phases in high school. I get it at some point in time, but he like just at one point in time he was talking, and then I hear him just let out this like howling like disappointment, and then he like curls up on the table with his arms propped in front of him and his head down and his head down on top of them like he's freaking crying. And like at this point in time, Michael was at the table with him at some point and was like just looking really awkward, and like I sat next to him, and then I turned to him and I'm like, what's wrong with him, man? And he's like, and he told me he's upset because this one girl he asked out said no. And I'm like, okay. I mean, granted,
So
not the
that.
yeah, and that, but like not the worst thing that could happen. But at the same time, that was such a melodramatic reaction. It's like, dude, grow up. I know we're in high school, but come on.
Sometimes people don't want to date you.
It
It's
was
not that hard of a concept to grasp.
but
Quite
like
firm, somewhat supple.
I don't know. It was just one of the weirder experiences. I've always had it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that whole thing of, I mean, these are the kinds of people that think that being persistent is a positive trait. It's not. It's very much not.
Getting up off the ground after you've been knocked down is an admirable trait. Going after the same person over and over again, bombarding them, is not.
Oh, all right. Okay, before I forget, because I almost did forget, special thank you to Destiny Beard. If you would like a shout out at the end of one of our at the end of our episodes, either visually, audibly, consider donating to our Patreon. Link in the description.
We have one of those, yes.
Yes, we do. And guess that'll be the end of this one for today.
It's been a bit long, but hey, it was interesting. So that was something.
I'd say I lost faith in humanity, but I never had any